Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamiru Nimsat. Let's have a look at the headlines. Sri Lanka welcomes over 100,000 tourists within the first 23 days of the month. Railway Department should be restructured soon, Subject Minister admits. News in detail. Sri Lanka's tourism sector is experiencing a noteworthy resurgence as the country welcomed over 100,000 tourists in the first 23 days of this month, marking the first time the total tourist arrivals have gone above 100,000 for the month of July in 4 years. This milestone not only signals positive momentum for the industry but also surpasses last year's full arrival target, with the year-to-date figure now reaching over 700,000. The daily average arrivals in July have also shown significant improvement compared to June, reaching above 4,500, indicating a growing off-peak demand. India emerged as the top source market for tourist traffic during the first 23 days of July, with over 17,000 visitors accounting for 17% of the total arrivals. The United Kingdom, China, Germany and Russia were all key contributors for the achievement of the record numbers. Additionally, tourists from France, Maldives, Netherlands, Canada and Australia also contributed. Looking at the year-to-date figures, India remains a strong contender as the leading source market for Sri Lanka, with an impressive cumulative number of arrivals reaching about 134,000. Russia closely follows with over 115,000 visitors and the United Kingdom with over 63,000 visitors. Cabinet spokesperson Bandula Gunawardena said the Sri Lanka Railway Department is set to undergo a significant restructuring process. The minister said this during the post-cabinet media briefing yesterday. The proposal presented by the Transport and Highways Minister Gunawardena received unanimous support to submit appropriate proposals to restructure the department. The approval was granted by the Cabinet of Ministers on Monday to appoint a committee consisting of relevant subject experts. The minister said the appointed committee will comprise subject experts with a deep understanding of the transportation sector. He said the committee will be responsible for identifying areas for improvement and proposing solutions that align with best practices and the department's unique needs. The move comes after Sri Lanka Railways Department trade unions decided on a sudden strike this week, which led to a cancellation of around 25 train journeys in 8 train lines. Sri Lanka Railway operates approximately 396 trains, which includes 67 long-distance and 16 intercity trains, and carries about 3.72 million passengers daily. The minister added, the objectives of restructuring include streamlining administrative processes, optimizing financial management and enhancing monitoring activities. The United Nations Resident Coordinator Marc-André Frank paid a courtesy call to President Ranil Wickremesinghe on 24th of this month. The discussions centered around helping Sri Lanka to overcome financial challenges and foster sustainable development. The UN Resident Coordinator engaged in constructive dialogue with President Wickremesinghe on matters of utmost importance for Sri Lanka's economic stability and growth. Both parties acknowledged the significance of the role the UN could play in assisting Sri Lanka in ensuring equitable debt treatment as Sri Lanka undergoes a restructuring process. President Wickremesinghe took the opportunity to present his administration's comprehensive development and reconciliation plans for the north and east of Sri Lanka. The proposed plans aim to address long-standing issues, foster regional growth, and promote harmony among communities in these areas. The President emphasized the government's determination to bring about positive changes that would benefit the lives of people in the region. The meeting concluded with a mutual commitment to collaborate closely on implementing the discussed initiatives. Stay tuned, we will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. BIMSTEC Secretary General Tenzin Lekpel paid a courtesy call to the President to discuss on enhancing cooperation in the region and public health development. The BIMSTEC leader and President Ranil Wickremesinghe held a discussion at the Presidential Secretariat yesterday. During the meeting between the duo discussed the need for continued cooperation among member states and further developing the public health sector in the region. The Secretary General praised Sri Lanka for its commitment to public health and urged the country to take a leading role in this field within the region. The President highlighted the necessity of holding regular ministerial level meetings among BIMSTEC members to ensure the organization's success and effective collaboration. BIMSTEC stands for the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectorial Technical and Economic Cooperation, comprising 7 South and Southeast Asian nations. The alliance's primary goal is to foster collaboration in technical and economic realms among the countries located along the Bay of Bengal. In addition to the two leaders, the President's Director of International Affairs, Dinuk Kolambage, also participated in the meeting. Cabinet spokesperson Bandula Gunawardena said the focus on importation of essential items aims to address the challenges posed by the ongoing foreign exchange crisis. The minister said this during the post-cabinet media briefing yesterday. The minister said that the country can only overcome the dreadful situation through a prudent economic reform program, insisting that there is no political solution. Minister Gunawardena stressed the need to adopt strategic policies and measures to ensure sustainable growth. Minister Gunawardena added the President also emphasized that manufacturing economy was the best solution to overcome the over-dependency on imported goods. He further added, the Cabinet of Ministers approved joint measures by the Finance Ministry and the Trade, Commerce and Food Security Ministry to assure the importation of essential items. Minister Gunawardena acknowledged that striking a balance between safeguarding local farmers, producers and attracting foreign investors has been a complex challenge. The minister went on to say, over the years, Sri Lanka has become a country that not only chases away foreign investors but also local entrepreneurs to invest in other countries. Minister Gunawardena also revealed that Sri Lanka's debt repayment period extends to 2048, a century after the country's independence. The minister explained around 37% of Sri Lanka's foreign debt will mature within the next 5 years and the other remaining debt matures between 6 to 20 years. Sri Lanka Transport Board took steps to restore and reoperate 175 buses that had been out of service for over 3 years. This project was completed incurring a cost of 300 million rupees. 175 buses owned by the Sri Lanka Transport Board had been taken out of service due to the lack of spare parts as a result of the country's import restrictions. A project was initiated at the depot level following the instructions of Minister of Transport Bandula Gunawardena and was funded by the General Treasury allocation. Accordingly, Transport Minister Bandula Gunawardena presented the relevant documents to President Ranil Wickremesinghe. The goal presented by the Transport Board was to refurbish 400 out of 852 buses that had been out of service for over 3 years. The repair work was carried out with the involvement of engineers and technicians from the technical department of the Sri Lanka Transport Board. Out of these 175 buses, 15 will be allocated to the Sisusariya program, serving as transportation for school children. The remaining buses will be handed over to respective depots to fulfill passenger transportation needs. Stay tuned for the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on negative notes today.
The all-share price index dropped 84.36 to close at 10,985.08 and the SNSP SL20 dropped 31.61 to close at 3,167.38. The turnover was 1.5 billion rupees and over 72 million shares were traded.
Up next are forex rates. that's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.